Welcome back to the No Bluffin Podcast with my brother JJ. My
We
dog.
back.
My dog. Y'all had a little weekend, had a big game. Jalen Hurts, the Eagles came through. They came to SoFi and took care of business.
I mean, I guess.
Talk to me about the game, bro.
I feel like, look, it's a thing around the league, right? It's either 4 minutes before halftime and 4 minutes after halftime, like the middle 8. I forgot if they call it the middle 8 or the middle 12. I don't know, because the 6 minutes before halftime, 6 minutes after, or 4. But you got to win that phase. And that's what we haven't been doing. Like San Fran, same thing happened. So we wanted to coin toss. We deferred, kicked the ball off. Boom. We expected to receive it after halftime. We scored before the score was 14-10 going into halftime.
Mm-hmm.
So we like, all right, bet, cool. 30 seconds left, 32 seconds left on the clock. Got to get off the field before halftime.
Mm-hmm.
You know how different that game would have been if we get off the field, get the ball back after the half, and score? It's 21-10. That game is pretty much over. But instead, they score in 32 seconds. We had a long game.
I was so mad when y'all gave
a flag, gave them 15 more. Then another penalty that put them on the 1 yard line. Then they're going to do the tush, the play that they always do.
The cheat code play.
The cheat code play.
play.
So now instead of 14-10, it's 17-14 coming out of half. Offense stalled. They get the ball back. It changed the whole game. So you say they handle business. We've been going toe-to-toe with these undefeated teams.
The top two in the conference.
Top dogs. We've been going toe-to-toe with them. It's just these small little situations. Like, that's what the NFL is all about. Like, everybody got talent. Everybody's good. The teams that win these situations, those are the teams that you see go on, in the playoffs and win the big one. So that's really what our season has been coming down to. But we'll get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? We got the right people in the building, the right coaches, so we'll definitely get it fixed.
I remember seeing them score right before the half in that small amount of time, and I was like, that hurts.
It hurts.
That hurts a lot.
In the back of my head, I'm really like, we're going to lose this game. I mean, obviously, I'm a forward thing. I'm like, no, we're going to find a way to win. We're going to find a way to.
But that's a big swing.
That hurts. Like, you want that. It's called double dipping.
Mm-hmm.
You want to score before the half, get the ball back, score again. You usually bury teams when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been on the losing end of those situations. So
yeah. What about just their team as a whole? What kind of matchup issues do they present just in general? Like just a lot of the talent that they have on the outside, and they got a really good O-line too.
Yeah, massive O-line. Them dudes look like giants out there. But I feel like we did pretty good. I mean, we didn't rush as well as I felt like we could have to help us win the game. But yeah, their O-line is huge. But they probably got, one of the, we talked about it when we talked about the receiver duos.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, Devontae.
Mm-hmm.
It's up there.
It's up there. Y'all, Devontae he didn't really do much though. Y'all held Devontae down.
But then they got a good tight end, Goddard. He had a good game.
He's a really good player, but he's been a good player for a long time, bro.
So he went over 100, but even still, it's just those situations like 2 minute, third down. We couldn't stop them. 3rd and 1, they got it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Couldn't stop. So, like, those little small situations. But Hurts, he was running that ball. I think he had more rushing yards than Swift. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because y'all held Swift down.
Yeah. He did a little bit in the passing game, but Hurts was just converting, moving and change. Like
I feel like he was getting out of the pocket. I felt like he's gotten so much better pre-snap. And I don't know if he was doing like a hard count, but it's like whenever y'all was bringing a blitz, he would see it and he would check. And as soon as he would snap it, he would roll. Yeah. Like, I know the blitz is coming this way. I'm a roll. He was getting out of the pocket like so quick, and he was either running, and then it would look like, all right, y'all could get him around the line of scrimmage, but then you look up, he done got 7-8 yards out of it, or he was throwing it. So it's like his mobility really played a part into that win, I felt like.
Yeah, you can say that. Like, you're absolutely right. But I think it's like self-inflicted. Like, the plays where we had good rush integrity, everybody was in their lanes, kept him in the pocket, he looked like a duck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't really do much. But the plays where we were not so tight, not so, you know what I'm saying, doing what we're supposed to do, he made us pay for it. And that's what good players do. You know what I'm saying? They take advantage of those. They're going to take what you give them. And that's what they did. They came out with the win. But like I said, man, Cup looked good first game back.
Cup looked great.
We can go toe-to-toe with, the top 2 best. Like, you see some of these teams, I'm sure you're going to ask me, they getting rolled over.
They getting blown out the building.
Yeah, so it's looking good. It's a lot of stuff to like build on, but it's just those small things, man. In the NFL, margin for error is so small that, you know what I'm saying, you got to really tap in, and that's how games get won. Not the bomb, not the explosive plays, not those little situations. So McVay, we preach about it every day, so we'll get it fixed.
What about so y'all got the Cardinals coming up. So like these games, it's like I think y'all probably favored to beat the Cardinals.
Should be.
But the Cardinals tough. They beat the Cowboys. They was in it. They should have beat Washington. Like they've lost a couple games that they actually should have won to me. You know what I mean? So you know they scrappy. How do you coming off of a game where I'm sure everybody was fired up to play against the Eagles, you know, team that was in the Super Bowl. Now you got the Cardinals coming up. How does everybody get back re-energized to get back to that level to make sure you win this game? Because there's losses like this that could change your season where you look back and you was one win out of the playoffs and you was like, we should have won that game versus a team we was better than.
Right. First off, it's a division game. Those are always tough, but you got to get up. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to get up for those. Division game. Secondly, it's just you never want to let a team beat you twice. Put it in the past. You don't want Philly to beat you twice. Like, that game is over with. We on to the Cardinals. And shout out to Josh Dobbs. I know what he can do.
Yeah, he can play.
He can play. The whole world don't really know yet. He been doing some good things, some not so good things, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't just one of them easy games. Like I said, it's a division game. They knocked off the Cowboys. It's a good team coming in our building. Right. So that's how you get up for it. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be ready to go. And like I said, it's just small things. It's like very small things. And if you change them, we could blow teams out. We got enough to blow teams out. I'm telling you.
Right. They got one of my favorite players on their team, Buda Baker, man.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He's a beast, man. I could watch Buda Baker every Sunday. Just watch him run around and hit people.
Somebody who never watched football before would tell you he's a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of player he is. So.
Yeah, he's a monster. We saw the Bills. The Bills went to London and lost to the Jags. Now, I'm hearing the people in Buffalo are upset at the coaching staff because the coaching staff didn't have them leave until late, like Friday or something.
I think that's happening again this week. The Jaguars are they playing? Who's Baltimore? Whoever Baltimore's playing, I think Baltimore is leaving early.
Okay.
And somebody else is leaving late, and that's how they're trying to test it right now.
Yeah, see, they saying Buffalo got there late, and watching the game, bro, they look
slow.
Bro, they look like the first half. They looked like they was like dead men walking. They was just like out there.
I mean, it's two different like approaches. Like some people think the approach for that is go play the game, get in, get out before the jet lag and the time change even affects you. That's what that approach is. The other approach is get there, get acclimated. Now you on London time. You fix your sleep schedule, and then play the game. So it's two different approaches. You said, I think it's just testing. I think that's why they have those games like over there. They're testing it out. Roger Goodell came out with some they testing it all out. Like because I think Jacksonville, that's like their second home.
I feel like they play out there every year.
They do. They might end up.
You never played out in London, though.
Yeah, I had my rookie year. I played. And then my third year, the week before we were supposed to go, I got hurt. So I should have went twice.
So how was it when you played out there? Was it a lot of fans?
Yeah, it was a decent amount of fans. It's getting even bigger. That was 2017, and it was
to be on an NFL team in London.
It's fire. And then if you stay the night, if you stay the night there after the game and you win.
Oh, it's over.
It's
over.
Yeah, we was out there. We went shopping. They got great shopping. The malls, it's two malls, Selfridges and Harrods. And they literally got every store you could think of, every designer, not even non-designer, like streetwear, all types of stuff. They got everything. So it's an experience for sure. The food is disgusting. But
I feel like the food, most places besides Jamaica, love my Jamaican food. The places I've been overseas, I have not had good food. I don't know what it is. They don't season.
They don't. That's how they cook it. So it's disgusting, but it's a experience. It's a good time. And then you play it's great. Some people travel. Like a lot of the families and friends. Like I know if we were to go,
that's
now,
a trip you gotta take.
Man, everybody would be like, "Oh, I'm going."
I'm gonna be first one. Hey, yo, about London.
I'm telling you.
You
So,
know what I'm saying?
I want to go back. I was so sick when I couldn't go in 2019, but nah, I think the NFL trying to expand. Like, we need a Canadian team. That's easy. The NBA got one.
Toronto would be easy.
The NBA got one, so we need a Canadian team. Jacksonville might go over there. I mean, we professionals. Like, you should be able to get on the flight, go play, come back. We do it all the time.
Yeah,
East Coast to London ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Right.
If you coming from the East Coast, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, like, y'all hung in tough with two of the top teams in NFC. We saw the Niners welcome the Cowboys in the Levi Stadium, and they beat the dog shit out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad. It was bad, bro.
Yep.
Like, I think it was 42-7 or 42-10 with like 15 to start the fourth quarter. It's like
something crazy.
I've never seen Michael Parsons manhandle like that. Trent Williams, you a bad boy.
Oh no, he been that.
Been like that.
Trent been like that. He was in Washington mauling people. Like, nah, he been like that. So yeah, they said that was Dakota Prescott, not Dak playing out there. So
hey, Skip be calling him Dak Stress Scott.
That's funny. I ain't heard that one.
He called him Dak Stress Scott, threw his jersey in the trash.
Oh man.
Hey, Dak has been bad though.
But
Dak
I mean,
he been bad, bro.
It's tough. It's tough. Like, you look, they said the teams that they beat weren't nothing.
Yeah, the Giants, horrible.
I think they beat the Jets, the handicapped Jets.
Come on, bro.
So it's tough, but I hate to say, I grew up a Cowboys fan. So somewhere deep down inside, like I kind of want them to succeed. But hey, man, I like the Rams. So I don't know.
You know what? I think at some point we just gotta realize, regardless of what pick he was taking, Brock Purdy's the real deal. Brock Purdy, bro, he playing legit, bro. He had 250 yards and 4 touchdowns. Yeah. He don't have a single turnover yet on the season. Granted, he got great players around him, and Kyle Shanahan is an amazing coach, obviously.
Amazing.
Him and McVay from the same tree, pretty much.
McVay is really from his tree.
Yeah, McVay really from his tree, him and his pops.
Yeah.
But Brock is balling. I feel like credit gets taken away from him because he has a great situation as well.
Yeah, but you can't say that because Garoppolo and whoever else,
Trey Lance got shipped
Hoyer,
out.
Whoever else was in that same situation, they not doing what Purdy doing. So I don't think you can say that. I think he's playing good ball. Like, he understands the system. He understands what they asking of him, and he's going crazy. Like, that's what it is. His numbers speak for itself. He does have a great surrounding cast, but hey, he can't help that. Where he gonna go and be like, nah, get rid of all these dudes so I can be the man? Nah, you going in with what you got and you gonna produce. So I tip my hat off to him. We saw it firsthand. We're gonna have to see him again.
Y'all got
up there, in the Bay. So
it might be cold up when y'all go later in the season.
It's late. It might be the last game.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold up there.
Second to last, something like that.
It's gonna be cold up there during that time.
That's all right.
Get a little chilly up there in the Bay, man.
But yeah, hey, Purdy, man, you can't take it. They say like number 1 in the MVP race.
Man, he should be the MVP, bro. He balling.
Yeah, he
balling, bro.
Yep.
I didn't see it. I saw him in college. I thought he was cool, but I ain't see him like this. Like, this is crazy. He still hasn't lost a regular season game.
Oh, for real?
Going back to last year. Well, the one game they lost is when he got hurt in the playoffs.
Well, give him his flowers then, man. If he ain't lose yet, he ain't had no turnovers.
He ain't got no turnovers this season.
But the 49ers, they been a well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
we ain't beat them in years in the regular season.
Even when the Rams won a Super Bowl, they had
beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, y'all got them in the playoffs.
But it been like, I think 8+ games.
Yeah, regular season.
So yeah, they been a well-oiled machine, man. That defense always been fire.
Yeah.
And everybody thought it was solid. He left. They still fire.
Yeah.
So
Dak Prescott, 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 picks. He got 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the season. I don't really know what you could say to explain it. The games they won, and I sing, shout out to Uncle Shay Shay, man. Shout out to Uncle Shay Shay. The games they won, they're getting defensive scores in short fields, scooping scores, pick sixes.
Shoot, their defense
they haven't really
their
won.
Own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They haven't really won games where he has to consistently drive the ball down the field and put points on the board.
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like if they don't get all these turnovers and short fields, that he can't really drive the length of the field and put points on the board consistently.
Well,
So
yeah, they're going to have to figure something out. Well,
they got to figure it out, man. They got to figure it out. You know who did figure it out? That boy Jamar Chase said, I'm always fucking open. I'm always open. Y'all asking me stupid questions. I'm always open. And he apologized for his French.
well, hey.
He went and got 15 catches.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
15 catches, 192 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
And you know what? That'll help Burrow out, too, because he been getting a lot of criticism. He been getting a lot of slack, so good for them. Good for them. I'm not in the division no more, so they're in the AFC. I'm in NFC, so more power to you. Hopefully he does go crazy.
Yeah. Burrow. But, you know, they kind of always start slow, and then they pick it up and get hot.
That's when it matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah. They usually pick it up and get hot. Let me ask you this. At what point – it's a sensitive topic, man. At what point does, like, a player get benched? Now, I'm not saying, obviously, Daniel Jones, look, bro, obviously, he's not going to get benched. They just gave him a lot of money. They don't got no choice but to play him. They got beat by the Dolphins. There was never really a chance of them winning. Granted, no Saquon. But it's like he threw for like 100-something yards. No turnovers, but no touchdowns. At what point do the players in the locker room start kind of looking like, all right, bro?
Like you said, they can't. They can't. I mean, so that's the opposite. We just talked about Purdy.
Yeah.
He got all that motion.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones ain't really got much of that. He ain't got much. I don't know about the O-line. I don't know about, Waller. I love Waller.
Waller's a monster.
But it seemed like, you know what I'm saying, he not getting really active. Saquon out. Like, it's hard. Like, putting that whole team on your shoulders. So, okay, make him switch spots with Purdy. You think he going to be putting up the same stuff he putting up?
I feel like, I don't think he'll be doing as good as Purdy, though.
But would he be doing as bad as he's doing now?
Nah, he wouldn't be doing as bad.
That's what I'm saying.
He wouldn't be doing as bad.
So it's just a tough situation, man. That defense got to step up, too. Help him out. Help him out.
Yeah, the Giants going to have to figure it out. Let me ask you this, bro. Because I've been seeing this everywhere, and I don't say nothing because I'll never question Patrick Mahomes. I'll never question the greatness. Is the league cheating for the Chiefs, bro? I've been seeing it. It's going back to last year with the call on the Bengals. Shout out to Tyler Boyd. He say they got robbed. All these people. Is the league cheating for the Swifties, the Kansas City Chiefs, bro? They getting a lot of calls and certain things that's not getting called on them.
Man, look, I've been seeing a lot of. Okay, so perfect example. Before I get into what I'm about to say,
let's get into it.
Ladarius Sneed. I like his game. I've been watching it for a minute. I like his game. The corner. He literally, they threw a flag on him. He took his helmet off, went to the refs like spazzing. First of all, even if his helmet was on, you can't do that. Like, that's already no. He took his helmet off. You can't do that. No flag. Then, guess what the refs did? Huddled up. They looked up there at Taylor Swift. They looked up there. All the refs. They tapped each other. Was like, pick the pass interference up for the boys. I don't know, man. If they ain't cheating, it's something going on.
I ain't gonna lie, it's starting to look a little fishy.
It might be Vegas. I don't know who. It might be the spread or the money line or something. Something going on.
I'm seeing flags get picked up. I'm seeing flags called on the other team that's not being called on them.
Something going on.
And I root for Mahomes.
The right tackle offsides. He false start every play of the season.
This is my question. So, like, I could be wrong. I'm just a fan that watch the games. The offensive line, isn't everybody kind of supposed to be in a somewhat of a straight line?
He 2 yards in the backfield.
Bro, he's standing next to Mahomes.
Yeah, yep. And moving early. You know what I'm saying? Anybody,
man, go watch how they offensive line is lined up. The tackle was like 2 yards back behind the rest of the linemen, bro.
They ain't calling it. It's like they go to the refs before the game. Like, look, that's how he play. Deal with it. Like, that's what it seemed like.
You know what? I never even noticed that till this year, how far back he's lined up from everybody else.
Yeah, man.
Like, it's kind of crazy, bro.
Something going on.
It's kind of crazy. I tell you what I didn't see. I didn't see the Vikings struggling like this year. Especially after the run they had.
Like, you never see it. But it's early. It's still early. I know the head coach, he was in LA, O'Connell.
I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. I think he's a good person, first and foremost. I think he's a good leader. I think he's a good play caller. So they're going to figure it out. I think Kirk Cousins has enough in him. I know he sometimes don't win all the games, but like he going to throw that ball.
He could throw the rock.
Got arguably the best receiver in the game. Defense.
Looked like he pulled a hammy though. I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah, it looked like.
Hope not. Defense been hit or miss.
Yeah.
But I think they still got more. Minnesota, that's a tough place to play. Like, we talked about that when I talked about the stadiums. Tough place to play. I think they going to figure out how to do it. They're going to figure out how to make it work. I think they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got Russell Wilson. Struggles continue, man. The Jets beat the Broncos in Denver.
You knew that was coming.
I felt like the Jets was going to win too. But it's like, all right, at what point, like, bro.
Nah, you knew that was coming because they had smoke. They already had smoke with the coaching thing.
Yeah.
The head coach of the Broncos, the old head coach, he on the Jet staff hacking.
Yeah.
So you knew they was gonna come. You knew they was gonna win that game.
Hey, have you ever seen a player have his own office? I heard they said Russ don't have like a regular locker. Like, he got an office and he be telling the players, like, imagine the quarterback coming to you like, yo, my door is open anytime.
I'll be like, bro, you got me. Hold on. Nah, I ain't never heard of that. But I heard Sean Payton, he squashed that, didn't he?
I don't know. Maybe the other coach let him.
It don't make no difference. I ain't never heard of that. But hey, maybe in Seattle he can get away with that. Why was he doing that in Denver? He just got there.
Because he was calling. Y'all gave him all that money. I'm calling his shots. What? I'm gonna have my own. Y'all give me all that. I'm gonna have my own restroom though. Nobody uses bathroom but me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my own wing in this building.
Nah, that's wicked. But
yeah, he was.
If you gonna
wild.
do all that, you got to go out there on Sunday and do something. And he ain't been doing it, so I see why they snatched that from him.
He been stinking it up, man. Did you listen to Drake for all the dogs?
I ain't listened to it. I listened to a couple songs. Everybody saying it's not his best work, but I feel like every album is like that. Like, you listen to it, you listen through it the first time.
I gotta sit with it for a minute.
You gotta let it, you know what I'm saying, fester. Let somebody else put you on to, hey, did you hear this song? Hear it, listen to it in their shoes, be like, oh, okay, it kind of slide. Listen to it another time. And then it sound like a whole different song. So I think you just gotta let it sit for a little while. A couple songs and they're gonna end up being bangers, you know what I'm saying, in the club, in the car. I feel like you just gotta let it sit a little bit.
You know who didn't let it sit for a little bit? Joe Budden.
He always got some crazy opinions though.
Joe Budden, he wasn't feeling it. He told Drake, yo, you gotta stop messing with these 25-year-old girls. Yeah. You trying to make music like Lil Yachty. He was on him. He wasn't sitting with nothing. He wasn't trying to hear none of that.
I mean, I know Joe Budden.
I like Joe Budden. I'm a fan of Joe Budden. But Drake, my favorite rapper, though. I'm torn.
I know he accomplished, a lot. But you talking about, like, the boy. I don't know.
But in what we do, Joe Budden is the boy, though. That's what people not realize. Joe Budden is the boy over here.
I know Joe Budden done been doing that. So
yeah.
It's tough, man. He know music better than us, for real.
Yeah.
So, hey,
I gotta sit with it, Joe.
You gotta
respect
it.
Yeah, I gotta sit with it. But Drake came back at him kind of crazy. Told him he failed that music. You thought we was gonna give you the Kobe retirement? Like, nah,
you can't say that, though.
Why can't he? Who we compare? See, that's the thing, though. It's like who we compare. If we comparing them to you, yeah, but if we comparing them to most people that's doing music, he accomplished a lot in music.
Man, he definitely got to say so, but I don't know. That's tough. I think he just trying to re-spark something. He might be dropping something soon or something. That's why look, you know what I'm saying? He might be dropping something soon. That's probably why he trying to get back on relevant, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, Drake wasn't playing with Joe Budden on that tip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look, man, we look forward to the next week, man. I'm going to say it, must win versus the Cardinals, man.
Yeah.
Gotta win that game. Man.
Find a way, got to.
Yeah,
we end up being 3-3, 2-1 in the division. That's not bad. So Just 1 week at a time. Gotta win this one.
So we'll see where we at next week. We appreciate y'all tuning in to this episode of the No Bluffin Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Share the channel. Share if you care.